So these are some problems on section 5.5, and the first one is actually number 9. And it's a problem about a person buying a car for $21,100. After 3 years, the car is worth $11,978. Assume that the price is decreasing according to the continuous exponential model. P equals P naught times e to the RT. So first of all, what I've done is I've written down some things to, okay, we have our formula. Another thing is any of these questions in section 5.5, if you don't know the first step, go to view an example, because every one of those problems requires a formula. Sometimes the formula is in the question help. So anyway, my initial price is the P naught. That's the original price. So you can think of P with a little 0 as being P original price. P is a value of the car after so many years. And in this case, it's 3 years. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plug into this formula, and we're going to solve for R, okay? And we will have to put our, change our decimal to a percentage as well. So I have the natural log, or wait, sorry, let me just put in my numbers. So for, okay, we have 11,978 equals 21,100 e to the power 3 times t. I like to put my coefficient in front of the variable. Sorry about that. 3 times r. Okay, we're looking for rate. 3 is our time, okay? So instead of r times 3, we have 3r. Now I'm going to divide each side by 21,100. Okay, and then this is going to cancel out. And so now we have an exponential equation, and we need to change this to a log equation. Now on your calculator, on the first column, you see a little LN button, and right above the LN button, you have a little e to the x. That is for natural log, and not natural log is logarithm base e. Basically, what logarithms are, they're exponents, okay? E is a special number. It's approximately equal to 2.7. And E is special because we see it in a lot of business applications and formulas and whatnot. So I want to change this to a natural log equation. So I have the natural log of 11,978 divided by 21,100. I'm using natural log because that's base E, equals 3 times R. And let's see if you can see this. And then I'm also going to divide each side by 3 because I need to solve for R. So let's go back and to my calculator, and I'm going to go to my Desmos calculator. I have natural log. Let me see if I can find that under function. Oh, here it is. That's ln. 11,978 divided by 21,100. Now I'm going to close my parentheses. And the reason I'm dividing that by 3 is because this is equal to 3r, and we are solving for r. So my answer is over here on the right. Now I need to type this in as a percentage. So we're going to multiply, first of all, this to 100%. I wonder if that's, will just change it to a percentage. No, it's not going to do that. Okay. So I'm going to multiply this to 100. So it might, wonder if it will let me do this, times 100. It's probably not. Okay, so by multiplying your answer to 100, you're going to just move the decimal point over 2 units to the right. So that's negative 18.9%. And I'm going to see negative 18.9, and that's a percentage. Now, in the second problem part, it says, what is the value of the vehicle after 5 years? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my formula, okay, and I am going to plug in 0.189, okay? So now R is negative 0.189, or negative 18.9%. My P naught remains the same. It's 21,100. Okay, so this is, okay, so I'm putting these two numbers into my equation. 21,100 e to the power negative 0.189 times t. And then I need to find my value after 5 years. So I'm going to plug in a 5 for t. So I'm just going to go to my Desmos calculator, and I'll pop this up here in a minute. I have 21,100 e to the power negative 0.189 times 5. This is what I will plug into my calculator. And let me stop this. So I want to make sure you can see this, okay? All right. And so I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to plug that in, and we'll go back to this problem here. It tells me to round to the nearest $100 as needed. Round to the nearest $100. So you really got to watch it. It might, you know, it might tell you to round to the nearest dollar, round to the nearest cent. Here it says round to the nearest $100. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to have 21,100. E, I might have to go to function for that. E, here's E to the power negative 0.189 times, there's multiplications right here. Oh, and I need to be up in the exponent. And I'll probably need to use parentheses around this. Times 5. Okay, so now this is going to round off to $8,200. We have 8,200 rounded off to the nearest 100. So we're going to go back to my question help, 8,200. And on our next one, so in this problem, we do have a formula given. We are being asked to solve for t. T is an exponent. So at some point in time, I'm going to have to change this into a log function. This is what I have so far. What I've done is I've taken this formula, I replaced S with 50,000, okay? So I'm going to divide each side by 10,000. And I have 5 equals. Now I'm going to take the 1 plus 0.6 over 12, and I'm going to change that into a decimal. And so we have 1 plus 0.06 divided by 12. They have 1.005 to the power of 12t. Okay. And now if you can see this, now this calculator does something I don't know if Desmos does. So I need to change this into a natural log function, or a log function, I should say. Now, remember, logarithms are always equal to the exponent. My log function will equal my exponent 12t. My base of my log function is the number that is the base in an exponential function. So my log base 1.005 of 5, because my log function has to equal my exponent function, is equal to 12t. And then I'm going to divide each side by 12. Now I have a calculator here. This is hopefully you have an 84. If not, you'll have to follow the view and example and use a formula called a change of base formula. This is what I'm going to put into my calculator here in just a second. Okay, that's going to give me t. I'm going to round it off to 2 decimal places, by the way. So I have log base, and I think it's under math, and go to math, and go down. Okay, I found it. Good. If you hit the math button, it's right here, and then move down, there's a log base. And then what you can do is you can just put in your 1.005 of 12, that's your argument. Get out your parentheses and divide that by, of 5. And then divide that by 12. Here we go. I have 26.89. So, I'm back in my sunroom. So we have limited technology here. So we have 26.89, and I'm going to go back. And put that in, 26.89. Well, 6.89. Here we go. And I think that was the question that I just did. It says 5.5.45. That's number 8 on section 5.5. And I got that right. Okay. I hope this helps.